Yo, what is up, America? It's Keith the Trucker. If you're looking for my normal MLB everyday video, I'm going to have one out for you guys later, but this one is all about UFC Vegas 95. I got a free pick for y'all. I'm pretty excited about it. I have a lighter card. It's going to be on Underdog, by the way. That's why I have it pulled up right here. And let's go over here, though, real quick to my WAP. So I'm going to put this free play out in the chat if I already have it. I can't remember, to be honest. And then my UFC, a single event pass is usually 20 bucks. You get all my picks. Probably have a few sports books and then probably about 3 DFS plays that I've already set. So because it's a smaller card and I'm more excited about 305 next weekend, which I'll actually be home to watch on my 75-inch TV with surround sound. Pretty excited about that, guys. Finally getting to go back to the property out there. And I'm going to do 50% off on this one. There's a secret link in the description. If you want to come have a little fun, you get all the picks for just 10 bucks. And hopefully we can profit. Last week was definitely a losing event. But the 5 out of 7 overall we profited. And the first couple, like, I don't know, 3 out of 4, we made some serious money, big time profits. So it's 50% off. Like I said, it'll be 10 bucks. Link will be in the description. And hopefully we can win some money and build some bankroll for 305, which is the card I'll have a lot of money riding on next weekend, next Saturday. So let's get into it, guys. If you're not on my free plan yet, sign up here, wap.com/SBAA. And also, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit subscribe. If you're a football bettor, a UFC bettor, or an MLB bettor, definitely football and college football, you're not going to want to forget this page. So let's go back over here to Underdog. And the first prop we're going to be taking, and this is definitely the riskier of the two, we're going to be taking Danny Barlow to get a finish. The guy he's fighting, his name, it's kind of a weird one. It's like Varin Tanakanov. Forget the dude's first name, but actually we might be able to see if we scroll down here. Nikolai, there it is right there. So this is like a strike adjustment on arrival. So this guy's getting it's like plus 11.5 adjustment. Which, you could come down here too, and I think this is potentially in play too. I don't like it as much because you just never know. Like if the fight goes the distance, he may not hit. So the reason we're going to take him for a finish, couple reasons. I did a little bit of research on this fighter. This is actually his UFC debut, which is one of the few things. Maybe, Varin Tanakanov might be a pretty durable guy too. But I think this could be a new shining star in the UFC, and we're going to trust him here to finish this fight. So first and foremost, let's go over here to DraftKings, and if we find Barlow, where's Barlow? There he is. Okay, so he's almost a 4-1 favorite, which is massive. Okay, and if we click on this fight, you remember that Underdog had the fight time at 11 minutes. So you can learn a lot just by looking at these. So they think the most likely, look at these odds, right? See how that goes down? The longer the fight goes, the better the odds get. So what they're telling you right here is that they think this is the most likely outcome. Now, I know that watching some of the film on this guy that he's got really good uppercuts and hooks, and he's a very at range kind of fighter. He may even take his time, it looked like, a little bit, kind of setting things up. And the thing I love about it, the range striking in this fight, is he's going to have a 5-inch reach advantage, which is pretty big. Also, his opponent down here, Nikolai, took this fight on short notice, so I don't know how prepared he's going to really be for it. He just accepted it like a week ago. So, like I said, the one thing that scares me a little bit about Barlow is he's unproven, but when you look at the tape on both these guys like I did, he definitely looks like he's the more well-rounded fighter. His last fight also, by the way, he did get a knockout in round 3, which is all we need. We just need him to finish, whether that's by submission or that's by a knockout. That's all we need, guys. We just need him to finish the fight. But the one thing I did notice about the last fight He still had the same power, it would appear, in round 3 that it did round 1, which is very encouraging. You know, the cardio seemed like it was good. So it tells you right here, like, they think this is likely. And then if you look at over here on fight props, fight to go the distance, no, is negative juiced at negative 180. So basically they think somebody's going to finish. Now, I can't rule out completely. I don't think that, like, this should probably be this much of a spread, but it's the same thing right here. Under 2.5 rounds is negative 135. That's 12.5 minutes. So they think a finish is likely. So what we're doing is we're just taking the heavy favorite. All the money's been coming in on this guy to finish the fight. He's almost a 4-1 favorite. The fight is under juiced. It's not to go the distance juiced. So that's what we're going to do for prop 1. We're going to take Danny Barlow to finish the fight. It's just a straight pick 'em. And then if you look right here, you can learn a little bit from this too. 1.1 knockout. They think that's likely. But for me personally, it's not worth the risk of 0.1 of a modifier. You never know. He could get him on the ground and submit him. So how pissed would it be if he finished him and did it by submission and we took this one? It'd be just, you know, whatever. This fight time, I want to say earlier in the week it was set at even a lower number, or I can't know. Maybe that's the next fight I'm thinking of. My bad. But anyways, let's move on to prop number 2, and we're gonna go down to the Gregorio fight. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Luciano. I got some props on her on the VIP. Gregorio, here he is, Charlampos Gregorio. They have that name backwards. It's weird. I thought it was the other way. Maybe that is his first name. Anyway, same thing. We're going to take this guy to finish. And yeah, here's that 8.5 fight time, okay? This guy is a very powerful striker. He's got, based on the film I watched, it looked like he has very good leg kicking. And I've even saw him win a fight just by wearing down his opponent's legs. Like, the guy just couldn't hack it. So I also noticed that he seems like he's pretty good on the ground too. You know, he's a solid striker, but he looks like he could, I think at least one of his UFC wins have come by submission. Doesn't go to a decision very often. And he has opponent that has been knocked out twice right here. This is his opponent, Kazama. This guy's been knocked out twice in his last 2 fights in the first round. So I didn't watch a ton of film on this guy. I watched one fight. I watched the last one where he did get knocked out in the first round. It didn't seem like he had the greatest defense towards striking or standing up. He's definitely going to want to try to take this fight to the ground. But I just have a lot of confidence in this pick right here. I'm surprised it's a pick 'em without a lower modifier to it, to be honest. If this guy did somehow win the fight, it would have to be early. It's kind of like he's either going to get beat early or he's going to lose early. So if we go back over here to DraftKings and look at the sports books for that fight, Gregorio, okay, you can see the over 1.5 is slightly favored. The under 1.5 is plus 110. Now, remember, Underdog had that fight time at 8.5 minutes. That's only 1 more minute than this. So, if this was set at the same thing, it'd probably be a straight pick'em. And if we look right here at fight parlays, you can clearly see that this is unlikely to happen. They really think that Charlo's going to win this fight. And you can see the odds right here. It's the same thing. The longer this fight goes, this is the lowest odds, so they think this is the most likely 2 outcomes right here. This guy to win by a knockout in round 1 or round 2. Like I mentioned, Kazama, a little bit reckless it looks like, and he's been knocked out in his last 2 fights in the first round. And if we come over here to round props or fight to go the distance, look at the yes plus money right here. Look at the no. Okay, so this is a very confident pick. I think it's a gift that Underdog is even giving it to us. So you can lock this in for 3x. That is going to be the free pick. And if we pull this up, You can already see right here that I put this in for $100 to win $300. So if you guys want to tell it, definitely tell it. I have a play on dabble that you can set pretty much anywhere that you have access to on the DFS. I just found slightly better lines there, and they have moved down a little bit, I've noticed. So if you want that, and then I have another Underdog 3-man slip that I actually flex, which I usually don't flex the 3-mans, but I did on this one. And I actually, it's funny, I made a mistake on it, and then Underdog wouldn't take it away. I didn't even know you could cancel a slip within 2 minutes, and then I figured it out when I went to the support. But the more and more I've kind of, like, the week's gone on, or the last like 24 hours really has gone on, I really think that it might be, I might have got maybe on the lucky side of it. My initial instincts have kind of changed a little bit. So let's just give Underdog the middle freaking finger, shall we? All right, guys, that's all I got. Stay tuned later for the MLB video, and good luck on all your bets today.